Hello, my beautiful duckling. I have a question for you this morning. Can you accept your relationship with your specific person as it is right now? When we are manifesting a specific person, we always look to see what's going on in our outer world instead of our inner world to gauge where that relationship is. Every question I ask my clients, I always demand that they answer because that answer tells me where we need to go next. So this is a popular question I ask. Can you accept the relationship with your specific person as it is right now? This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden. When I ask you if we can accept that relationship, it's like accepting curly hair. It's like accepting that a foreign language is not translated perfectly in English to what you think it means. It is accepting that you might be not speaking at the moment. It's accepting that you are only texting. It's accepting that you are friends with benefits. It's accepting that you are in a relationship, but you're not freaking married. I have a client, and she doesn't understand, and I had to explain to her that being in a relationship is no different than being married. The only difference, she has to have that piece of paper. Her reality is they are not in a relationship because they're not married. So if you are in a relationship, marriage is a relationship. It just has a piece of paper. Can you live without that piece of paper? You have a relationship. You don't realize you have a relationship. You have communication. You don't realize you have communication. There's a lot of my clients that had zero communication, zilch, nada. And they have gotten back together with the loves of their life because they're not focusing on what's going wrong in the relationship. They accepted, I created this chaos. I don't give a crap how I created it. Now I'm going to move to this new story and I'm going to talk about what worked in our relationship. I'm going to talk about what I like in the relationship. How many people can honestly say that if you are in a relationship with a person, you have told them, I am so glad we have the perfect relationship? Have you actually said that to your partner? Have you actually said that to your spouse? Have you said that to your children, your parents, your best friend? I am so glad we have the perfect relationship. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tell you, no, you haven't. And the reason you haven't is because you don't see the relationship as perfect. You see it as flawed. So if you're not talking, it's flawed big time because you're stripped down, no makeup, your hair's wild coming out of the shower, the gym, and you don't want to run into them because you don't want to look like this. I still think I look beautiful. I accept that I look beautiful with or without makeup. Can you accept that if you run into them in the raw, they're still going to love you? Can you accept that if they're not kissing you every 5 minutes, that they still love you? Can you accept that it's the quiet time? You're not talking. You're not communicating the best way possible. Can you accept the fights that you used to have? Can you accept that you may never get back together with them? Because I can't change your relationship until you accept that you are the lion tamer trying to control the lion when in reality you need to control yourself. I can't tame your specific person. I can't manipulate your specific person. I can't order your specific person to do X, Y, Z any more than you can. But here's the thing. When I change you, your inside and the way you see the relationship, we can move forward and recreate a new relationship. So you have to accept you created chaos, you created the breakup, you created the non-perfect relationship that you are talking to death. He brings you flowers. They weren't roses, they were a bouquet of mixed flowers where they have gladiolas and lilies, and they have carnations. They've got some greenery in it with some baby's breath and some spiky green stuff. Can you accept those flowers without saying, well, you know I prefer roses? That's what you guys are doing. You're getting a gift and you're going, oh, I don't like that. I prefer roses. Why didn't you bring me roses? If you're going to bring me flowers, they have to be roses. Well, you're rejecting him again. You're rejecting her again. My cup of coffee is with cream and sugar. I dated a guy who drank coffee black with sugar. I was dying of thirst one morning, and he's like, here, drink my coffee. And I was like, there's no cream in it. And he's like, try it. I picked it up, and I tried it, and it's actually not bad. I prefer cream, but I can drink it black with sugar. I just cannot drink it solid black. I don't like bitter coffee. I like my coffee a little sweet, and I prefer it blonde. But I tried something new. I did something that was different. I cannot change a relationship with the same thought pattern, the same issues, and constantly harboring over what I need to change, what did I do wrong. I have to say, you know what? I created this. It's okay. I accept. I appreciate the lessons I learned from it. I just don't want this anymore. So I'm going to put it down over here, and I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to decide what I want this relationship to be like. And then if you need to say, I intend to move into this reality where I have the perfect relationship. Why do I have the perfect relationship with this person? We're not asking, what do I need to do anymore? We're accepting we created chaos. We're accepting we created the non-existent relationship. I cannot blame somebody if I'm using the word radio silence. So they're not communicating with me. They're not responding to my texts. They only respond when I text them. That is a story you are telling. And that telling keeps moving forward, and it keeps going and going and going. And now Minion Dave has to give you proof that the only time you get a text is if you message first. You created that. You gave them a script. You told them, we can only have a relationship if I text you first. We can only have a relationship if you are my friend who loves me. We can only have a relationship if you kiss me. We can only be together if we're married. When my client went from no contact to 60 days, she accepted, she created, she put it in the past. And we talked about the things that she liked about the past relationship she wanted to bring forward. When I have repaired relationships with family members, when I have gotten people back together with their specific person, when I have strengthened marriages and committed relationships, what I did was find the things that you like. And I started getting you to focus on the things that you like. So you come to me and go, well, how do I recreate that? You don't have to recreate that. You don't have to revise that. You just have to own your bullshit. You have to say, I created this and it no longer serves me. I'm done with this. And you have to let it go. And letting it go is accepting it, not caring where it goes, no longer needing to justify or explain what caused this. Letting it go is saying, it's okay. I made a mistake. I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I'm no longer going to go down that path. You guys are climbing a mountain. There's two paths. This path has little stairs, and you can easily walk up the steps of those stairs to the mountain because they're the perfect height and width for you. So I'm 5 foot tall. My stairs are going to be shallower. They don't need to have a wide step because I wear a size 5 shoe. You might be 6 foot tall and wear a size 13. Well, your step needs to be taller and definitely wider to accommodate your bigger foot. And you are not walking up that step. You are choosing to climb a straight up, jagged edged mountain. And you're not enjoying the climb like a rock climber would. You are focusing that every time you put your hand here, you get stabbed with something you don't like. And then you go here and you're stabbed with something else you don't like. And then here you pull your hand back really quick because you don't like what you see. So you are focusing still on the chaos, what you don't want, and you're talking it to death. You have done programs, you have done seminars, you have done coachings, you have read every book, you're posting in all of these groups, and then you're messaging me going, I posted in this group and some of this was true, but some of it I just added because I'm trying to make it true. So now you feel like a fraud. You feel like a hypocrite. And you're continuing to recreate that drama that you are saying you don't want. Instead of saying, you know what, I created it. I never use the word acceptance. I always use the word create. So if I have to accept, I created radio silence by saying he's not talking to me, that is on me, not the person I'm putting in radio silence. That is my words. And if I don't change my words and move into a new story where my person is a chatty Cathy, they're never going to be a chatty Cathy because I'm constantly talking about radio silence. I'm constantly talking about they don't kiss me. I'm constantly talking about things I don't like in the relationship. I'm on a hamster wheel and I just keep going around and around and around and around. And no matter how many coachings you have, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many courses you take, I cannot change your mental diet. I cannot force you to change your story. I can only continue to point out you are constantly bringing up a problem. I want to manifest a celebrity. I live in Missouri. The celebrity lives in California. There's this distance. How am I going to get the celebrity? I mean, it's not like they're going to go to my local grocery store. They're not. If that's my story. But what if they're flying from LA to New York on their private jet and their little private jet has a mechanical issue? They land at the small airport in the town next to me, and I was working in that Walmart. So they get an Uber and they go to Walmart to grab something to drink or a bottle of tobacco sauce. I don't know, anything. And they happen to walk in and see me. Is that a possibility that that can happen? Absolutely. If you want to see somebody, is the intent, and there is somebody who says, I intend, I intend, I intend. I say, why? Because your brain has to answer a question. Why is it possible? She says, I intend, because the word itself says, I am possible. It's not impossible, it is I am possible. So why is it possible that you can change this relationship? You created it. You can change it. But you are so stuck on what they are doing wrong, but yet you're scripting it over and over and over and over again. It's one phrase. He's not doing this. She's not doing that. Her friends don't approve of me. Her family doesn't accept me. You have to have XYZ in order to prove that this person loves you. Do you know what? If that person knocks on your door when you're sick and brings you a meal, they love you. If that person texts you, have you died yet? Question mark. It may not be the greatest question, but they're checking on you because they care. They're not reaching out because they want a booty call. They're not reaching out because they're bored. That question says, I'm thinking about you. Are you okay? You guys are all going to go, oh my God, Susie, that person has to revise that question. That person has to stop asking that question. My meaning to that question is, are you okay? But he's sarcastic. And nothing that comes out of his mouth is going to be, hey, I was thinking about you, and I thought I would text you and see if you were okay. Do you need anything? No, that's not what he's going to say. And for me to imagine him saying that, it's not natural. It's totally 100% not natural that this person would say that. But we are constantly putting words into their mouth because we're repeating them over and over. And 90% of the time it's in our head, in quiet time. We're sitting here, we're zoned out, we're supposed to be watching a TV show, and we're going, what do I need to do to change this relationship? Why are they not kissing me? Why don't they like kissing me? What's wrong with me? They don't like to kiss me. Why do you not want to be kissed? Do you think you have bad breath? Do you not like your teeth? Are you afraid that if they get this close to you, they're going to see your wrinkles? Are you wearing colored contacts and you don't want them to know that those aren't your real eye color? Is your hair a mess? Is your lipstick smeared? Does your nose itch and you want to go like this, but you're afraid to because you know if they lean in and you scratch your nose, they're going to think you don't want them to kiss you. So then they're not going to kiss you anymore. It's the kissing game, guys. I don't want to be kissed. I don't want to be kissed. I don't want to be kissed. But you don't have to put your hand up because your words and your thoughts are saying it. When I want to be kissed, I get kissed all the time. My 4-year-old gives me kisses on the cheeks, and then she'll go through periods where she won't kiss me, and I'm like, is she mad at me? What did I do to upset the 4-year-old? She wouldn't give me a kiss. That's exactly what you guys are doing to your guys and your girls. You're giving them a story, and you refuse to own up to your crap, because once you own it, you let go of your resistance. You let go of, I don't know what I need to do to change this. Because saying I created this means I can now create something new. I'm not bouncing a ball against my head. I'm not throwing anything out there. I'm just being still like the ocean or a kite. So if I own, I created something I don't want, and I'm letting the string out on my kite, and it's flying, and it's whipping around, and it's all over the place, but as soon as I own that that kite is out of control, I can adjust my string, and I can pull it into control, and then it'll just float in the air perfectly smooth. You guys want smooth, but you're still creating the turbulence. I can't force you to change. I can't force you to create something new if you are still talking about the old. You have to clean up your crap in order to get that dream life. Have an amazing day. Subscribe, hit the like button, and as always, tell me why what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.